Hey guys, what's happening? It's Alex, all day cards, all day, not just baseball cards, not just football cards, hockey cards too, guys. Hockey season starts, at least the Capitals' first game is tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I know hockey doesn't get as much love as pretty much anything else or everything else, unless you're in Canada, which, I'm in Maryland. But hockey cards are great, man. Hockey's fun to watch. Going to games is great, although I haven't been in forever because it's expensive and yada yada. But hockey's super fun to watch for me. I grew up going to hockey games with my dad. My dad really liked hockey. As with most cards and sports and all the stuff we collect, a lot of it kind of has some kind of connection to childhood, right? Or people collect. I was just watching Blue Jacket 66 video yesterday about, he was talking about going through his dad's cards. And for me, cards is definitely about, my dad is definitely part of it. We I collected cards as a kid before he did. In the 80s, mid to late 80s, I collected. And then I think, actually, now looking back on it, I think he got into it because I was into it. And I think he wanted to have something to kind of do with me, which I'm just appreciating a little more now. As I'm older, I'm 42 now, and I have a 2-year-old, and I show him my cards when they come in the mail, and he knows where new cards go, and he seems to like them too. He is the 2-year-old with he has his own little stack of extras. I don't give him anything too good, but he's got a few. This might end up being a little bit of a longer video, guys, but whatever. One of the reasons I was kind of doing this, other than to kind of look through some hockey cards and get excited about hockey, because it might even start today for other teams. I'm not sure, but another reason I was kind of doing this is because I think people might not really know so much about hockey. Again, just because if you've never really even seen hockey cards, it's just not as much of part of the culture in this country, I guess. As opposed to Canada. But so I was going to kind of do like an abbreviated retrospective of hockey cards and players, and if you're kind of thinking about hockey and you like watching and you're like, who should I collect? Well, there's Hall of Famers, and I basically have a shoebox of slabs here that are mostly Hall of Famers. So I'm going to kind of go through them, and I'm going to start with some older stuff. Vintage hockey cards are sweet, guys. If you haven't seen much, check them out. All right, so here's what I have. This is a Gordie Howe. This is his second year. This is the 52-53 Parkhurst. So Parkhurst was one of the brands back in the day. There was Parkhurst, then there was Topps. Topps didn't start hockey until I believe it was 54, so the next year. So there was Parkhurst before there was Topps, and then they kind of overlapped too. Parkhurst kind of came back. I think Upper Deck owns that name now, and they've done some stuff called Parkhurst, but yeah. So this is a 1. It's pretty wrecked, but Gordie Howe is kind of like, other than Wayne Gretzky, he's kind of the main guy. Mr. Hockey is kind of his nickname. So but look at it. It's a 52. So it's reminiscent of like an older Bowman baseball card, like the 50 Bowmans, although it's got the rectangular thing going on. No name, just an illustration. This one's really creased up, but this card in decent shape is beyond my budget. So I got this one probably last year or so. Hockey cards have definitely not seen the spike that basically all the other sports have, but I do not really care at all because I think they're awesome. Got another Gordie Howe. So we're in 58. This is a 58 Topps. So you can kind of see how 58 Topps, it's maybe similar to the baseball. Got the solid color background type thing going on, and the cutout of the player. This is another 1. It's got a crease somewhere, kind of halfway through, but whatever. Again, old cards particularly, the condition is not that important to me because, just cool stuff. I love this set. Got the horizontal TV. So this is 66, so this is 66, 67 Topps, which it's got the whole TV thing going on like the 55 Bowman baseball, but this is Topps. They did that with football too, right? It's probably the same year. 66 football looks like this. Somebody correct me on that one. I don't know if I have any. I have the Otis Taylor. He was a Chiefs receiver who my dad used to like because he grew up in Kansas City, but there I go getting sidetracked again, talking about my dad. This is Bobby Hall. He's the father of Brett Hall. This guy was one of the bigger names back in the day, and, Hall of Famer, top of the list for lots of stuff, lots of stats, but sort of a brighter background than I would expect. Back. Here we got Phil Esposito. This is a 68 tops, so another horizontal, kind of a cool design. I like this one. Really nicely centered, pretty nice shape. It's an 8. I think I paid a little bit for this one, nothing crazy. It might have been $50 or something, but it's just such a nice card. The Bruins colors, the black and yellow looks awesome. Phil Esposito, one of the, top tier Hall of Famers in history. Here's another Gordie Howe. He played forever, so he's got a ton of cards. So this is a 70. His first year was 50, 51, 52, I guess, and then he played until he's got a 79. I know that. So yeah, he played with the Red Wings most of the time. Look, he's got gray hair. Like, he played forever. This is a 4. That's the 70 tops. Here's a Bobby Orr. This is a 71 O-Pee-Chee. That's a 6. It's a pretty nice card. I like that design, kind of unique. So there was tops in O-Pee-Chee. So a lot of you probably familiar with O-Pee-Chee. It's the Canadian version, right? They're infamous for terrible centering, terrible cut on the edges. The edges are just atrocious sometimes. So they have the brighter paper stock. If I had a tops, I've got some here that I can compare tops and O-Pee-Chee side to side, but it's just like with baseball. O-Pee-Chee has the brighter paper stock, rough edges, horrendous centering. Here's the same set. This is like the All-Star card. A little horizontal. Got the little graphics going on. Pretty cool. Usually has English and French writing on the backs at least. Not always the front, I don't believe. Some of it kind of varies. This is a 7 OC, which I'm not afraid of a qualifier once in a while. I don't have a problem with that. Here's we'll do 2 at once. This is the 72 design. So kind of that looks like it reminds me of 68 tops baseball, but this is the 72 tops. So I got Marcel Dion and Stan Mikita. These are Dion's. He's one of the top. He's like top 5 in goals all time, and Mikita's up there too. He's probably top 10. These guys both pretty much the legends. Here's another Bobby Hall, a later one. This is 79. Got that blue card stock. This is the set that Wayne Gretzky's in, which I do have. I was going to show Gretzky's all together. I'm kind of putting everything in here. I'm already at 8 minutes, but it's all good. This is 80. Mark Messier, rookie, and Ray Bourque, rookie. 1980. It's an interesting thing going on. So that's the O-Pee-Chee, right? Let me see the tops. Oh, I don't have any tops. So 1980 tops. Oh yeah, I do. Hold on. Never mind. No, I don't. The tops has this black, like, scratch off material over top of the name. Other than being a different cardstock and the French and all that stuff, the O-Pee-Chee versus the tops. Tops put this black stuff over the name, and you were supposed to, so it was just like a black puck, like a solid puck. You were supposed to scratch off the name to reveal the player, which is kind of goofy, but I don't know, it's interesting. I found that interesting, but yeah, these are 2 of the bigger Hall of Famers in the like 80s and 90s. Messier won championships with the Oilers and the Rangers, and Ray Bourque's pretty much one of the best defensemen ever. All right, so here's 81. That's the second year Bourque. Let me grab some more. Let me try to move along. This is a Paul Coffey rookie, 81 O-Pee-Chee. There's an 81 Messier. So 82 design. This is 82 O-Pee-Chee. A couple years only had O-Pee-Chee. So 82, 83. That's it, right? Yeah. Those 2 years, Topps didn't make cards. It was only O-Pee-Chee. So you're not going to find an 82 Topps Ron Francis. There isn't one. So this is a Ron Francis rookie. So 82 O-Pee-Chee. That's an 8. It's a nice card. This is an 82 O-Pee-Chee Coffee in action, but I got this because it's a Gem 10. which you don't find a lot of, an 80s O-Pee-Chee card in anything, any sport, any card. Finding a 10 is pretty tough. There's a Messier, that's the 82. There's a sticker. They do stickers just like with baseball. So let me grab a few more. Here's 83. This is the 83 design. That set doesn't have a lot of rookies. It's one of those sets. It's got Scott Stevens, who I do have in another box, but it's in my Capitals box, which I'll grab a few of those in a minute to see how long this stuff takes. That's 83. Again, O-Pee-Chee only. 84 is one of those monster sets that's got all the rookies. Chris Chelios, O-Pee-Chee. Chris Chelios, Hall of Famer. Cam Neely, O-Pee-Chee. These are all rookies. Hall of Famer. Pat LaFontaine, O-Pee-Chee, Hall of Famer. Doug Gilmour. These are all O-Pee-Chee, Hall of Famer. Steve Yzerman. He's one of the GOATs, kind of. Here's the O-Pee-Chee on the top. So there's a comparison. O-Pee-Chee and tops, a little brighter backs. Cardstock. The O-Pee-Chee's off is a 9OC. Centering on these is horrible, always. The edges on mine, not too bad, but different paper stock. There you go. So that's 84. Let's see what else we got. There's the Yzerman scoring leader. This is 85, so that's the 85 design. That's an O-Pee-Chee Yzerman second year. This is the Topps Lemieux rookie, one of the GOATs. This is one of the essential cards for sure for a good hockey collection. Pittsburgh guy. There's an Al McInnes, 85 O-Pee-Chee. Some guys only had their cards in O-Pee-Chee or only in Topps. So like 85 Topps set, it was a smaller set. So generally speaking, O-Pee-Chee made more cards. So Al McInnes, Hall of Famer, he didn't have a card in Topps because he just wasn't in Topps, but he was in the O-Pee-Chee because it was a bigger set. So that was the thing. Chelios, second year. Chelios, this is 86. 86, O-Pee-Chee Chelios. Yzerman, there's the Lemieux O-Pee-Chee, second year. I'm going to go through 89, and then I'm going to stop, and I'll show you a couple Gretzky's, and then we'll wrap this one up. Trying to give that, the hockey tutorial for all the guys that might like hockey, but don't know what to do about it. This is 87. I always like this set a lot. I don't know. I just kind of like it. The little hockey stick thing. Here's a horribly off-centered O-Pee-Chee Lemieux. There's an Yzerman. This is second year Waugh. I don't have a Patrick Waugh rookie. He's kind of considered one of the best goaltenders, if not the best goaltender ever. This is his second year. His rookie's kind of pricey. It's like a $100 card. Adam Oates this is a rookie. This is an O-Pee-Chee and a 9. It's a pretty nice one. Brendan Shanahan's a Hall of Famer. This is 88. It's one of my favorite sets too, because this is the first one this is one of the first packs. This is the first pack of hockey cards I ever had was this. So this is another set that's got a bunch of good ones. Rookies, that is. So there's the Shanahan O-Pee-Chee in an 8. Joe Nieuwendyk, Hall of Famer. This is the Topps, but it's a 10. So that's kind of cool. There's an Yzerman. I have a lot of Yzermans. There's a Lemieux. This is one of the cards that one pack of cards back in 88, I pulled a Topps Lemieux. So this was always kind of a sentimental card. That's the O-Pee-Chee that I had picked up later in life, but, Brett Hall, this is one of, he's like number 4 or 5 all time in goals. Also, he's one of the greats. So this is son of Bobby Hall. So we got the Topps and the O-Pee-Chee. The O-Pee-Chee was known for there were lots of counterfeits at the time when this was a $100 card, which it was in the early 90s. This was a $100 card. Not so much anymore. At least it's a solid card, but it's not as popular as it once was. But got the Topps and the O-Pee-Chee, and this is 1990. I'll stop there. Although 1990 has an interesting thing. Normally, O-Pee-Chee cards are worth more than Topps with hockey. This is the one year that the Topps, they actually made fewer than the O-Pee-Chee. So in 1989-90, they decided for whatever reason to make way more O-Pee-Chee. So this is the only year where basically Topps is more sought after than O-Pee-Chee for hockey. It's really the only year. These are Brett Hull's second years. Those are both 10s. That's the All-Star set. There's a Brian Leach rookie in that set. Oh, I guess I'll wrap up the. Let me show you a couple Gretzky's, and I'll wrap it up, guys. So, hopefully you guys are into the hockey thing a little bit. I got a few Gretzky's. I do have a rookie. Here you go. Here's my Gretzky rookie. It's a Topps, 5. I was fortunate enough to pick this up a couple years ago before it. I'm sure it's worth more now because he's kind of the guy. He's the Mickey Mantle of hockey. That's his second year. Okay, here you go. Here's that. The second year is I have the Topps and the Peachy. So you can see that black puck. You can even kind of see through it. Oh, the phone's dying, guys. You can kind of see through it how it's like a film. You're supposed to scratch it off, but there's my second year Gretzky's. Got the All-Stars. There you go again. The puck and no puck. Got the Topps and Peachy third years. I've got a pretty decent Gretzky collection. I've got most of them, to be quite honest. I'm not going to go through those. The only other thing I was going to show is some modern, just a couple modern. These are all Capitals. Got a couple Alex Ovechkins. So Capitals are my guy, or my team. Ovechkin's the guy. He's on the way to breaking the all-time goal record. We'll see. There's an old 2002 Russian. There's a 05 Upper Deck. His cards have gone way up. I'm glad I got a few of them before they got stupid. There's that Parkhurst name again. So 2005 Parkhurst. That's an Ovechkin rookie. There's the Upper Deck MVP, kind of the lower end, just like with baseball. Upper Deck Victories, kind of a lower end one. They got that in football, right? Here's the Fleer Ultra. It's a BGS 9, which just happened to be, I think it was a good deal. And glad I got that. I wish I'd gotten a couple other ones. And here's just a couple other. Nicholas Backstrom is one of the good guys on Caps. And then there's a Ovechkin auto. All right, guys, that was a lot. It's a long video. But hopefully if you're into learning about a little bit of hockey cards, that's what I got. All right, take it easy. Have a good weekend.